Playing even is one of the biggest challenges when you play piano. Even I, as a professional pianist, have to regularly work on playing even, no pun intended. So in today's video, let's take a look, why do we play uneven in the first place, and especially, what can we do about it? There's actually many reasons that we play uneven. But today I'm just gonna dive into the basics. Think about it. Really simple. Your fingers are all different lengths, right? So when you put them on the piano, they have to all do different things, slightly different timing, slightly different movements in order to create an even scale, for example. It takes a lot of practice for your brain to subconsciously analyze all that and to put it into practice. Now, take it one step further, we have so many different tonalities, so many different sharps and flats. Playing a C major scale, for example, is different, all white keys, than if you play a D major scale. Now, of course, we don't have only scales, we have arpeggios, we have octaves, we have all kinds of different techniques. What I'm trying to say with this is there's a lot of information subconsciously that's going on in order to make your playing even. That's why it requires so much practice. But I hope that it gives you a little bit of understanding and especially patience, because patience is really what you need in order to see improvement. Okay, let's dive into the exercises. So first off, I'm gonna give you a few technical exercises. A lot of the times it really feels like our body is betraying us, so that our fingers aren't listening. You know, you really want to play even and your fingers just don't want to cooperate. I'm gonna tell you something more about that in a minute, but first I'm gonna give you a few exercises in order to help your hands listen to your mind a little bit better. Okay, so the very first thing that I want you to do is I want you to try to make all notes equally loud or soft. And that sounds very easy, but it's actually very challenging. It's a great exercise to improve your evenness. So let's do it on a piece. Here I have a Mozart Sonata book in front of me. Let's do it on a piece, not to do it on a scale. Let me see. Right, I talked about actually this F major sonata by Mozart 2 weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video, I will put it in the description box for you. But the third movement actually starts with a passage of 16th notes. It's really fun, actually. It goes like this. I really love it. It's one of my favorite third movements of Mozart. So the goal would be to make all of the notes the same volume. I'm going to start halfway through the passage because I'm going to choose a really slow tempo, because that's basically the only way you can have control over all the volume of all the notes. So definitely don't do this impatiently. Okay, I'm already unhappy. The second note already was softer. Okay, so here you hear already the problem. So one of the main challenges with this particular section is going to be the transition of this technique. Like this is all very similar. The transition between this technique to the octaves, especially when you have a jump that is bigger than an octave, especially for small hands like mine. This exercise even makes us spot that so clearly. That is going to be the main challenge with this part. So you would repeat and slow down this exercise until you really get them even. So let's try again. I'm still not very happy with these two notes, so the B flat and the A. And the reason for that is actually that is the transition of the thumb going underneath. And that is now I was happy. That is another challenge of playing even. Actually, when your thumb goes under something, such a challenge to play even. Not only because of the timing, but also because of possible accents, because the thumb is the strongest finger, right? And it's the shortest finger, so it's very easy to fall down on it, create an accent. Accents also create the illusion of uneven playing as well. Actually, I'm realizing that there's so much to explore in this topic. I'm gonna try to keep it digestible in this video, but you know, if you want more on this, just let me know down in the comments below. So that's the first exercise, right? Creating every note to be equally loud. So you choose your dynamic. You can do them all forte, you can do them all piano. I chose piano for this one, but you can choose any dynamics. The second exercise goes a little bit step further. We're going to try to play, and this is something I actually did in my childhood so often. I had this Czerny etude that I usually played, and I did this. I actually demonstrated with this Czerny etude. So this is Opus 740, I think it's number 1, and it just is this kind of a scale etude. So what I used to do is I used to make everything pianissimo except the pinky and the thumb. So except all the first of the groups, I would create an accent, right? So and this exercise you can do in all kinds of different tempos. The previous exercise really tried to do that slowly, but this exercise you can try in all kinds of tempos. So I showed you just slow, right? But you can also do it in a faster tempo. Just make sure the accents are there. Yeah, you already see that I'm struggling now to play the inner notes light. So I would be working on that in a slower tempo before I try to increase it. Okay, final exercise. I'm not going to get into this video, but it is a very effective exercise for evenness, especially for those of you who are actually just starting out. So if you're really more on the beginning side of things, you're starting out with playing piano, the rhythms are a really, really great exercise, and they would just be doing different rhythmic groups. So that would mean one longer, one shorter. So that's like a jazzy rhythm, right? And you reverse the rhythm. I'm not going to explain that here because we actually made several videos on those, and I'm going to link those down for you below. So those are kind of technical exercises to help you gain control of your fingers, so that to help kind of get your hands more cooperative. And those are exercises, I mean, I used to do them every day as a child for years. Those are more exercises on the physical side of things. Now I want to explain to you one more thing that always gets underestimated, and even me, I still underestimate it, even though I know how powerful it is. One of the main reasons of playing uneven is that you don't listen. So that can mean two things. Sometimes students don't even realize they're playing uneven. In that case, if you think you suffer from that kind of problem, you probably wouldn't know it, but it's a good idea to record yourself, listen back with your full attention, right? Without being distracted by playing, with your full attention, see if you can hear if you're playing even. And the second is that you're practicing too often too fast, and you are not actually correcting your playing in a slow tempo. We've talked a lot about slow tempo on this channel because it is so powerful. Like, you know, there's no shortcuts, but if there would be a shortcut, it would be slow practice. The exercise that I would give you is not necessarily an exercise in that sense. It would be, don't underestimate that, like, at least 50% of playing uneven is that you're not listening properly. Not listening properly, you improve with two things. You improve by focusing, and you improve by slower practice. So do the same passage. Now I'm really trying to focus, and I'm noticing that exactly around where my thumb goes underneath and then my second finger went over, it has the potential to be uneven. So it's not even uneven at the moment, but I feel unstable there. I feel not fully in control there. So that is something that listening and feeling in a slow tempo is going to really, really, really help. So I have tons more exercises, and I actually have tons more to say on this subject, but I wanted to keep it a little bit bite-sized for you to already try to do these things, and maybe get back to me with any questions that you have. Don't forget, we actually have an entire playlist called This Is Why, where I try to explain the reason behind things as well as give solutions. Understanding why something happens is already, you won half the battle already in improving it. Don't forget also to check out our Spotify playlist. It's called Piano Stories. It has Dimitar's music on there, but it also has classical pieces and modern classical pieces that we like. We regularly actually change it. It's a great playlist for people who love piano. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.